We are number 3 in Africa in terms of livestock production. And when we think about all of us in terms of our intent with the cows that we have at home, it's either for milk or for meat. Nobody thinks about the hide. We do everything that it takes to ensure they have all the nutrients, the salt, the protein, to produce sufficient yield in milk and to produce the best quality meat. But hide is an afterthought. Therein lies the opportunity. Now let's talk about what's the current state in terms of value addition proposition. So currently, as we speak, in terms of finished goods, as an industry, we only produce 4 million pairs of shoes. Only 4 million pairs of leather shoes. Let's look around the room. 95 of all the men in this room are wearing leather shoes. We have a population of 55 million people. You can do the math about what the proportion of men and women will be, because primarily most of the leather is produced for a couple of different categories. One is for men's dress shoes, men's casual shoes. You have school shoes. We have a population of 16 million school-going kids. And their sizes change every 6 months or every year, depending on how big they are, pre-prep, primary, or secondary. So we have 16 million school-going kids who are only consuming a fraction of the 4 million pairs of shoes that I talked about. From an export perspective, there is zero value addition. If you look at the chart there, in terms of what we export, our revenues are 15 billion shillings only. And out of that 15 billion, 89% of that is in the form of what we call wet blue. Wet blue is a processed form of raw hide that allows for preservation. So it ensures all the organic matters are removed in order so that it doesn't rot. So when you slaughter a cow, if you leave the hide there, it will rot. So it is processed in a tannery that ensures that it gets to a level of wet blue. So 89% of our exports is in wet blue. From a farmer's perception, a hide is worth 1/8 of the value of the cow. And that's the exports that we are exporting. So we have various trading areas, COMESA, AGOA, AFTA, that we can trade with. The exports will move from 15 billion to about 75 billion. More importantly, from a people perspective, we currently have only 17,000 people in our industry. Based on these simulations, we anticipate, based on that labor intensivity in the additional value addition, we can move to 100,000 people who are employed. And 100,000 people, 70% of these are in the informal sector, not the formal sector, Karioko, Kamukunji, all of these hubs where we have very segmented or fragmented industries. And in addition to that, we'll be able to strengthen the skills, because these are skills that require some form of competency in terms of product design, chemical engineering, tannery, leather technology, if you will. So it has a really good value proposition in terms of our young people having employment in an industry that has opportunities.